Hello and welcome back to the Humble Pie Cookery Kitchen for our 6th cookery session. We've been going for a fortnight now, unbelievably. And today we're going to do the promised chicken curry because it's definitely stay in night tonight. So I hope you've got your films ready. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now then, to make your chicken curry, I've given you the recipe online last night and I've already started mine off so that we get a bit of a move on. I've got a whole onion in here in my pan on the stove and I've diced it and put it with a little bit of olive oil, and that's soften it right through before you add your chicken. Now I've added the chicken to this just to give me a head start. I've got 3 large chicken breasts in here and they are going to soften up nicely, and that will feed 4 of you, especially with some nice rice, some naan breads, some poppadoms, whatever you like to go with your curry. Now I've also got some chicken stock in there, only about 1/4 of a pint. You can always have a little bit more if you like it that way. I've got some Balti paste, and you can use any of the paste. There's korma, there's all sorts, but I tend to like the Balti. It's just got enough spice without too much. I don't like it too hot. I've got some coconut milk, so I've opened upside down, and some mango chutney. And I've also here got some ginger and some a chilli chopped up finely, very finely. So I'm going to add those now. I've got some coriander there, but that's going to go right at the end. So I'm going to add the garlic and the ginger, the chilli and the ginger, and that's going to just cook off a little bit. While that does that, the chicken is starting to go opaque. Doesn't take very long, 1/4 of an hour from start to finish really. A little bit more for the chicken. Right, so into that I'm going to put my paste. Now you want 2 good spoonfuls of paste. Depends what flavour you like really, how much spice. And you've got the chilies in there, just to the chilli. Sometimes I use lazy chilli. I don't tend to use the lazy garlic because that one is a bit vinegary, but I do use lazy chilli. One of the reasons for that is that I find that red chilies particularly, sometimes they're really hot and sometimes they're not really hot at all, whereas the lazy chilli is always similar. So, or you can use some chilli powder. That smells absolutely delicious. You can't actually smell it, but that's just cooking off the spices now in the pan. Now, last week we talked about films, and I said I was going to watch Sweet Home Alabama, which is just a lovely film. And it wasn't available on any of my Netflix or whatever else. Couldn't find it. And in the post came Sweet Home Alabama from my lovely daughter, who is stuck down in London, Emily, without me. So that was so kind. So tonight I'm going to have chicken curry with either a bottle of red wine, well, not a whole bottle obviously, a glass of red wine or a beer, and watch Sweet Home Alabama. Now that's nicely coated, everything's coated in the paste there, nothing's stuck to the bottom. So I'm going to add to that my stock, there, so we want all of that in. So that is just a stock cube dissolved in about 1/4 of a pint of water, boiling water, and it's a chicken stock cube. And then this is a whole tin of coconut milk, and it just is a lovely gentle flavour. And there's nothing authentic about this curry, by the way. It's just a lovely, quick chicken curry that tastes really nice and is very easy to do. So that is added, a whole tin in there. And you can see you're getting a nice bit of liquid without needing to add too much to it. And that's going to come back up to the boil. I started the onions, by the way, over a medium heat. And I just put the heat up a little bit when I put the chicken on. Now, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons, well, I'm just going to add the rest of the jar because I've only really got a bit left. 2 tablespoons of mango chutney. all of this is optional. Another thing you can do that's lovely in a curry, if you like them, is add red pepper, or at the end, just before the end, add some nice green beans chopped up, even some peas right at the end. You can put what you like in a curry. You know, it's, like I say, we're not making an authentic one here. It's very easy, very straightforward. And that tastes delicious. Now the rice, while you're cooking the curry, you want to start the rice off first really, because the rice takes longest. But if you put the rice into a pan of cold water, I usually do, put some salt in, and then cover it sort of just more than double. So if you've got this much rice, you want this much water. And put some salt in, bring it to the boil, and then turn it right down because it boils all over the surface otherwise. And turn it right down and simmer it for about quarter of an hour, 20 minutes until the liquid's virtually gone. Turn it right down to about 1 or 2 really, it's just simmering. And then take it off the heat when it's cooked, taste it with a fork. When it's cooked, take it off the heat, put it through a colander and just run cold water over it. And then it's like I said on Wednesday when we did the pasta, the macaroni, it washes the starch off it effectively, so it stops it sticking together. And then it is individual grains and it'll keep like that for an hour or so. But if you want to then use it, obviously then just pop it through the microwave or back into the pan onto the heat for a minute. If you're serving it straight away, just serve it straight away. But running that cold water over it just stops it sticking together. Now that is up to the heat now. Now you obviously are not going to stay while I watch this cook on, but this is come up to the heat. We're just going to leave that to bubble for about 10 minutes. Check your chicken's cooked. We've got a nice big piece of chicken, cut it in half, check that it's cooked throughout, and that's ready. As I say, really this curry's ready in about 20 minutes. So then to finish it off, if it needs just a little bit of thickening, it'll only need a teaspoon at most of corn flour dissolved in some water. You can put a little bit of double cream in, not single cream because it'll separate, put some double cream in if you're wanting a creamy curry. But you don't need it, to be honest, it's just nice. And then sprinkle your coriander across the top, and I will post a picture of that for you on, but it's just a really pretty, easy, tempting, delicious curry. Serve it maybe with some quarters of lime and some rice and naan bread, and that will be delicious. And I really hope you enjoy a good evening together and a very happy and healthy weekend. I look forward to seeing you next week. I haven't decided completely what we're going to cook on Monday, but I will post it on Sunday night, the ingredient list. And then on Wednesday, we've got a surprise for somebody's birthday, and also we're going to make our Easter cake. And remember to check out Simonson Hall's website. Come on, I'd like to see one of you win. And then on Friday, if I can find yeast, which seems to be virtually unobtainable, we're going to make hot cross buns. So have a lovely weekend, and thank you very much for joining me again. Enjoy your curry. Bye bye now.